biggest and the most top performing brokers in the real estate market, I personally feel they did not have a easy journey. They were just consistent. Some days you feel like shit. Some days you feel amazing. In Dubai, the more knowledge you have about the city, the more you can really assist your clients, because you can really understand the positives and the negatives of every single community. And that really helps anyone as a broker. So first thing, I ensure that I do not allow anybody to steal my time. Because if you lose your valuable time and you're not doing the right things that you need to do, you will possibly not progress. But something that I always did from the time social media started was I realized the importance of a personal brand. And I was someone who was not ready to put myself out there.
Why? Welcome to the Real Estate Brothers. I'm Edo.
Daniel.
And Abel Beard.
Thank you so much for joining our podcast today.
Thank you so much for having me here today.
Yeah, today we talk about his history, and about the real estate market. Please introduce yourself. Who are you and when you moved to Dubai?
So I'm just a simple guy and I didn't move to Dubai. I was born in Dubai. So I was blessed to have parents who moved here 4 decades ago. And yeah, I was born into this beautiful country, which was in reality a desert.
Wow.
Right. And as I grew, the transformation took place every single day. And even now, Dubai is transforming and growing along with me. So if I have to speak, there's a lot to speak about Dubai.
Nice.
Amazing.
So from the childhood to right now to adult, and right now it's, you want to stay here in Dubai, or what's your vision the next years?
100%. I was someone who was very firm in staying here in Dubai. So everyone who I grew up with was looking to migrate to other countries like Europe, Canada, US, Australia, and many did migrate and settle and now own passports and PRs. But I had a very strong feeling, a very strong intuition of Dubai, and I chose to stay. I didn't move, and things are great.
Yeah, amazing.
Things are great. I'm very happy being in this beautiful city, and I see myself being here forever, probably till I die.
Me too, to be honest, because it's so amazing, the country, the city. Why you choose the real estate market? Because you can do a lot of different jobs, but you choose the real estate market. Why?
It's a very interesting story. So during my childhood, I was doing business without knowing what I was doing was business. So I was a hustler from a young age. And it was during my educational phase in life where I had a couple of friends and family who were in the real estate industry. And this was a time when nobody really knew anything about real estate in Dubai. Nobody knew that you could buy something in Dubai.
Really?
Yes, it was such a time where things were very quiet and those who were buying, but it was not noisy like how it is right now. Right now, you open social media or the newspaper or the radio, you always have advertisements about real estate, a new developer, projects, new communities. This was not really so normal back then. And that's the time when I entered. And
how many years ago? It is like 20 years, 15 years?
Almost a decade ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I am an engineer. I'm a mechanical engineer as per qualification. I have an MBA and currently I'm working on my PhD. But I never, what do you say, worked based on my qualifications.
Really?
My first job was real estate.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been in real estate ever since, from the start all the way till date.
And how you start? You start as a broker, or what was your first job?
I started as a broker. I was working for one of the friends' companies that I owned. And I worked for a family's company, a close family relatives company. And that's how I really began. So the start was working as a broker. That's where I understood the fundamentals of real estate, leasing, resale, focusing on specific communities. I've done all of that. And eventually I transitioned into working for developers because that was more of my style. I'm more of an educator and I like to teach people. I like to, go in depth into the analytics, the statistics, and I like to focus on one particular place and a location. So I found out that the developer space was the right fit for me. And thankfully, it's doing great so far.
And how was the start as a broker? Because the real estate market is so big. There are a lot of things you must know to sell something. How was your start?
It was more of it was passion, to be honest. I just saw a video last night, and the word passion is basically derived from, I believe, Latin, the word passio, which means sacrifice.
Yeah.
So I was so passionate that I was sacrificing through all the difficulties that real estate threw against me. And I was just busy learning all throughout. So the first thing that I ever did was, even though I was born in Dubai, I did not really visit every single location in Dubai.
Oh, really?
And the first thing I did in the first couple of years was visit every single part of Dubai and explore. Sometimes you drive past the road and you might just see a couple of trees, but behind those trees is a big barren plot, right? We don't really realize, but if you look through the Google Maps, you can see that there is so many land parcels that's actually hidden with nature's barriers.
Gate community or something like this.
New communities. We see it. We don't realize that it is a plot. It is a potential location for growth. And I used to always be very interested and curious in understanding every single community, every single area, sneak into areas which were not really having a road. It was all about learning. And I think in Dubai, the more knowledge you have about the city, the more you can really assist your clients because you can really understand the positives and the negatives of every single community. And that really helps anyone as a broker. For me specifically, being a broker helped a lot because whenever I represented a developer, I knew the strengths and the weaknesses of each and every community where we had our projects.
And how was your feeling when you make your first deal? Because a lot of brokers, they need half year, 1 year, sometimes 1.5 years to make the first deal.
Yeah.
How long you need and what was your goal?
For me, it took, from what I remember, it took me 14 days for my first transaction. And back then it was a rental. It was a rental in a villa community. And honestly, it was very shocking. Or I don't know, it was me being in the right place at the right time. Back then, it was all about lists. You used to have a database list that is usually given to you by your manager. And this was one of those lists. I contacted a few numbers and I managed to get a landlord that wanted to rent a property. And somehow within the same week, I managed to close the transaction. And it felt great. But yes, sometimes for people, it takes a lot more time. Sometimes it takes less time. But it's all about just being consistent.
Yeah.
I think the biggest and the most top performing brokers in the real estate market, I personally feel they did not have a easy journey. They were just consistent. Some days you feel like shit. Some days you feel amazing. But whether you feel great or whether you feel low, all you got to do is wake up every morning with the same attitude that I will give the best of my abilities and my capabilities today, tomorrow, and every single day. If you can do that and you have a strong mind, because real estate can break you. It can break you down till your knees and possibly even make you cry.
I can confirm it. I can confirm
100%.
Yeah. So if you can get through that phase, you will slowly become numb. That no matter what is thrown at you, it's like throwing a rock in a pond. The pond just absorbs the rock in. and the rock is gone in forever.
Yeah.
So when you reach that point, no matter what obstacles come, you just can suck it in, a deep breath in, deep breath out, and you're okay to take the next challenge. And then you just keep going forward.
Mm.
Most people, they just give up.
Yeah.
2 rejections, 3 rejections, they lose a big transaction,
Yeah.
or someone, does them wrong in business. They just give up. They say, this is not for me. But it's very important to just tackle the easy challenges first and then step up. Most people, they want to do the big deals,
A lot of people like that.
Yeah. Like I've seen a lot of people who come in, and this was my mistake as well. When I joined the developers, this was my mistake as well. I came in and I was like, why should I sell something for 1 million? Should I sell something 2 million? This is
Small.
This is rubbish. It's small for me. I'm bigger than that. I'm greater. I'm the best. So they look at selling 25 million, 35 million. And eventually what happens is they burn themselves out to a point where they reach a point where they are probably very close to that transaction. Maybe 90% that transaction is done. But the minute if it flops by any chance, then they're eliminated because they've lost all their savings, they've lost all of their money, they've lost their drive, they've lost all their connections, and they just give up.
Mhm.
So I think small steps initially, and then you start running.
What do you do to keep your motivation and your discipline? You have a morning routine, or what do you do for this?
First thing first, I try to surround myself with the right individuals. It's very important to be inspired. It's very important to be around people that want you to improve yourself and want you to grow. So in most offices or companies, the biggest problem is you have people who like to chat, people who talk too much.
Yeah,
Too
much.
much, right?
Too much.
And what do they talk? They talk negative, right? It's not positive.
This is bad. This is not good.
The leads are bad. That
about
is
other
bad.
people.
Exactly. This is bad. That is bad. They're perfect, but everything else is bad,
Yeah.
And that's where the problem is. Me personally, I have peace of mind because I isolate myself from everyone else.
Mm.
I sit in a corner. Sometimes I might look like an asshole because sometimes I don't say hi. I don't say
Mhm.
bye. I don't smile, but I'm just in my corner. I do what I have to do, but I have clarity.
Yeah.
There's no gossip that goes into my mind. I'm not worried about someone else. I'm not worried about what's happening, politics. I don't care. I do what I have to do and I progress. Whereas the negativity, the communication it takes your time away.
Yeah.
See, the reality is everyone in life wants to steal your time,
Mhm.
right? Everyone you associate with, they want to rob your time.
Mhm.
Even us as representatives, when someone like you, when you visit our office, it's my responsibility to steal your time so that I can let you know why my product or my project is the right investment for you,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Similarly, when you are dealing with a client, you are trying to steal as much as time from that client
Yeah.
because you want to give the right service. But in reality, you want to ensure that that client just sticks to you than that client getting their time stolen by somebody else,
100%.
right? So everyone wants to steal your time.
Mhm. And time have a limit.
Exactly.
Your time have a limit.
Exactly. So first thing, I ensure that I do not allow anybody to steal my time, because if you lose your valuable time and you're not doing the right things that you need to do, you will possibly not progress.
And then you start to say, this is bad, this is bad. Other
Yes.
people do this wrong.
Yes. And another thing that I do to, honestly, no routine. I don't have any routine. I try to wake up on time. I try to have some sort of discipline. But something that I always did from the time social media started was I realized the importance of a personal brand. And I was someone who was not ready to put myself out there.
Why?
I didn't feel like I just personally felt like I did not have the right amount of knowledge or value that I could provide people. Sometimes you see online, you see these young kids who can barely, brush their own teeth, start talking about business and drop shipping and all of these things.
E-commerce.
I didn't want to embarrass myself because something you put on the internet is forever on the internet, So I was like, listen, I'm not there yet. I'm not going to come forward. But one thing I did was I used to post motivational content.
Wow.
Yes, I used to repurpose motivational content and I used to just post. So I was building my personal brand, but at the same time, every time I used to post these motivational content, I used to accidentally or unknowingly motivate myself.
I understand. Yeah, of course.
So you might have seen maybe in 2016, 2015, before we used to have these quotes of motivation, that comes, that are shared on pages. I used to have a page on my own name where I used to share these motivational posts.
Amazing.
And till date, that is something that motivates me, because every time I see these posts, which I upload, I get motivated. I get a boost of advice because the quotes are valuable. There is something in it.
Yeah.
So I get motivated by my own self. So I didn't really have to depend on anyone else. So these are small little ways where I personally had the motivation back in the days when I started.
And how important is a personal brand in the real estate market? Because now we see everybody make marketing on social media. A lot of people do it very shit, to be honest, and not right. And they talk about nonsense.
Yeah.
How important is it in the real estate market?
To be honest, the market is very noisy right now. Like I said, when I started, it was very quiet. In fact, I was one of the first few people who wanted to do something, but I was hesitant. But I always kept track of the people who initially started. And right now, everybody's doing it. Someone who joined real estate 1 month ago is preaching about what is the right investment, what ROI you can get. And honestly, it's again, consistency.
Yeah.
Most of these individuals will stop after some time.
100%.
I was just having a conversation before we started this podcast. You told me you did 250 podcasts over a period of 7 months. And honestly, that's incredible. Now you have created a habit. For you to do the next 750, it's easy. It's piece of cake.
Yeah.
The first 10 or 15 podcasts, most people don't pass that. And that's where most people get eliminated. And I believe even in the real estate market or even any other industry, those who are not consistent, those who are not consistently educating themselves, those who are not consistently working hard, those who are consistently not achieving results will get eliminated. This is the most simplest answer that I can give.
So true. Amazing.
And when you are consistent, people notice you. Your clients recognize you. And eventually you have business. Like I have some crazy stories. There are, so my job is to provide information to experts like you in the market, right? And as a developer, my responsibility is to represent the company that I work for and assist you and your clients with the right product, which means majority of the business that we do comes through our partners like you. Now, there are sharks in the industry. Sometimes it's not very easy to reach out to them because they are bombarded with hundreds and thousands and 10,000s of messages a month. But again, it's consistency. I've had transactions that I did where I've been contacting a particular partner, a broker, since 2020. Since 2020, I used to message the guy every 2 to 3 months, consistently. And in 2025, in February, this individual messages me saying, "Hey, Abel, how are you? Where is your office? I would like to come and meet you."
Wow.
He comes, he meets me. I give a great kick-ass presentation. We choose the right unit for our client, and the unit is sold.
Wow.
Now, a person who's sitting beside me thinks that, oh, he just got lucky.
How easy.
How
Yeah.
easy. But he doesn't know that I've been doing this for the past 5 years, possibly before he even landed to Dubai. I've been doing this. And that's how I got the deal. So it comes down to consistency.
That's a really, really crazy story.
Yeah.
I have so many stories like this.
Yeah, we want to hear some
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
No, that's nice. So you say you're like right now more than 10 years in the markets and how it's growing. So like who was the first investors in Dubai? And right now we see lots of international people. How do you see it from your side?
From my side, I always see a lot of different types of nationalities moving in and out. There are phases, but these usually it's very hard to notice unless you've been in the market for a long time.
Yeah.
Because I'll give you a very good example. Initially, it was just the Asians, the Indians, the Pakistanis, the Arabs, that were the Saudis. They were the ones who were primarily in the market, buying a lot. And then what I remember is the Chinese. Chinese came in. This is pre-COVID. Pre-COVID, the Chinese was all over Dubai. You go anywhere, you only see the Chinese, and they were like the mafia, you know.
Really?
They come in, they buy everything, everything, you know. It was it's crazy, and they buy with Chinese representatives.
Mhm.
You know, they're comfortable with the Chinese brokers. So you know, a normal broker would find it very difficult to deal with a Chinese client. You need someone who is a Chinese broker. And then we saw the COVID happen. That's when we had a lot of people coming from Russia. A lot of people coming from Russia, a lot of people coming from Ukraine. And then I saw a little bit of a phase where a lot of people came from Turkey.
Turkey.
Yeah, a lot of people from Turkey came. And I still remember because I used to work for a developer that is from Turkey. The owners are from Turkey. And we were not having a lot of clients from Turkey. But then suddenly I saw a shift, a lot of people coming from Turkey. Even the Iranians were very strong in luxury. They used to buy a lot of luxury. They like luxury a
Yeah.
lot. And then even people from Africa. Again, Africa was a phase before the Chinese.
Oh, really?
So we had the Africans that was buying a lot, and then they burnt their fingers by investing with some wrong, some
Mhm.
developers that was not so clean with their
Mhm.
record. But so there is phases, anytime something bad happens in any part of the world, there's always people looking at somewhere else to move.
Mhm.
Always. And people somehow end up coming to Dubai.
My question is, a lot of people say the real estate market in Dubai is like a bubble. And I mean, you are 10 years in the market. How is the growth in the last 10 years for yourself? How you feel it?
The easiest answer is traffic. The easiest answer is traffic. Back in the days, Sheikh Zayed Road was one of the most fun roads to drive. It was
Empty?
It was empty, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. If you want to like speed, it's the fast lane on Sheikh Zayed Road, and then you can fly. As long as you avoid the cameras, you always see people going crazy on the roads, But now it's not the case.
Mm-mm.
Now you go, then you have cars, you slow down. There's one accident, everyone gets stuck, It's different, it's evolving. And the most craziest thing is that people think it's a bubble, all right? But what's so funny is Dubai is a very small city.
Mhm.
It's a very, very small city.
Like a village.
It is the size of a village if you
Yeah.
compare it to another country, right?
Yeah.
And the most simplest way how I see it is Google how many cities are there in the world.
Mhm.
Dubai is a city. The question is how many cities are there in the whole world? You will get an answer from Google between 10,000 to 20,000 cities. All right. So let's put this into perspective. Everybody is attracted to come to Dubai. All right.
Mhm.
And let's imagine the richest guy or one of the most wealthiest individuals from every city around the world, I'm saying just one,
Mhm.
decides to move to Dubai. That is 20,000 families.
Yes.
That's my point,
Mhm.
right? Do we have enough supply for that? No, we do not have enough supply. So when people say that, oh, the market is going to crash, um, it's a bubble, there is oversupply. The reality is there is no oversupply.
Mm-mm.
Dubai is a very small city, and it has everything. You have Google, you have Facebook, you have every single multinational
Yeah.
company that has a base here in Dubai. Whether it's electronic brands, whether it's engineering companies, whether it's car brands, whatever it is,
Mhm.
every single known established company is in this small city,
Mhm.
which makes business very comfortable.
Yeah.
Very, very, very comfortable. I was just thinking, I was just imagining myself being in another country, let's say the US or Canada. If I am working for, let's say, Google or Facebook, or I don't know, a
Some
known
big
company,
companies.
yeah, a big company, it would be just in one or two cities.
Yeah.
Right? And for me, the proximity wouldn't be so easy. It wouldn't be like me just driving to Media City in 20 minutes and boom, I've got everything. No,
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
that's not how it is. I'll probably have to travel for 2 hours
Yeah.
to go to that particular company. If I get a job in that company, I'll probably have to migrate. That's not the case here.
Mm-mm.
You come to Dubai, you have access to everything.
And fast. Oh,
Very
yeah.
And
fast.
very fast.
Very
yeah.
fast. So people are moving to Dubai at a very high scale, let alone from massive nations like India, Russia,
Chinese.
China. We have a lot of people coming. And right now it's the Europeans. It's the Europeans that are buying. We have the Italians, we have Germans, we have French, we have people from Netherlands, Belgium, Switzerland. We have all types of uh, countries from Europe where people are moving drastically. And I think we will have no oversupply because our rents are only going higher,
Mhm.
right?
Every year.
The rents are going higher
Every year.
every single year. And right now, Dubai Land Department and RERA have a nice form of regulation to ensure that the rents do not really take off. But from how I see it is, if there was oversupply, housing would be very affordable.
Mhm.
Right, you wouldn't have people living in shared bed spaces and cramped areas. I mean, Dubai is cutting all of that down right now,
Yeah.
but that wouldn't happen because if an apartment was available and empty, why should someone stay in a cramped space?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, why should people share one room with 4 individuals? You can easily just occupy at a
Mhm.
good rental value. But no, there is not enough stock because every time a family moves into Dubai, boom, you're losing an apartment at a very high pace. So bubble, not anytime soon.
No, you see, it's not a bubble.
And also, it's very important to see that lots of the properties are paid full cash or also with the payment plan. So, because you compare it like in Germany, we know it also, you can pay it with 100% mortgage. And this you don't have here in Dubai.
Yeah.
So, most of the properties, from my side and experience, the minimum paid 40 or 50%, because this is also a point where we can see there's no bubble coming.
Correct. I mean, people who move to Dubai have money. So money is not the issue. Money is not at all the issue.
Mm-mm.
Everyone with a deep pocket from every city is moving in here and everyone is collaborating together. It's like I see Dubai as a company with an
Yeah,
amazing CEO, right? This
absolutely.
is how I
Mm.
see it. And I feel Dubai as a company does everything in such an organized and structured manner, and they are comfortable to adapt to change. When there's something new, they're okay to change. They want to improve themselves. And when they change, we change,
Mhm.
right? We adapt. Like, for example, in Abu Dhabi, they have started, the governmental bodies for gaming. They've started governmental bodies for cryptocurrency.
Mhm.
There's no city that's doing this. So we're moving at a pace which is very fast, very advanced. And if you change, you lead,
Yeah.
right? If you don't change, you get outdated, right? A very good example is I still remember when the smartphones came,
Mhm.
right? All of our parents, they found it very difficult to use a smartphone.
Yeah.
How do you do this? How can I see the photos? It was a phase like that, right? And it was very difficult for them to change. They were okay with their normal phones, like, I don't need all of this. But if you don't change, you get eliminated,
Yeah.
right? You get completely eliminated. But right now, everyone has evolved. It took people time, but whoever evolved slow are lagging behind.
Mhm.
Whoever evolved fast are ahead. So change is good. Change helps everybody.
Yeah, when you're not moving forward in Dubai, the city eat you. You have a lot of expensive, you must pay. And when
Yeah.
you're not moving forward and you
Yes.
not change yourself, your mindset, your
Yes.
thinking.
Yes. And Dubai is aggressive with that. And I think that is the reason why Dubai is growing.
Yeah.
Some people, say that Dubai is not for me. I will never come to Dubai. It's very aggressive. People are just
It's not
money
true.
oriented. But the reality is everyone here is highly driven.
Yeah.
Everyone here is competitive.
Have dreams.
Exactly. Everyone here has dreams. So what happens when millions of people who have big dreams come together? They are all focusing on their dreams and they do whatever it takes to achieve their dreams. And those who are weak gets wiped off. And those
100%.
who are the strongest, they sustain and they achieve their dreams. And they sit together on a table like this and discuss everything.
Amazing. Yeah.
What was the first developer you was working? Because we know you're like right now in Mr. 8, how I
Yes.
know. And what was the first developer which you choose?
The first developer I got in was Shoba, right? Because I was working as a broker for a really long time. And then I decided to move to Shoba. And it was mainly because of the motivation from my fiance. She was working for a developer,
Mhm.
and she told me that you would do amazing with your work ethic and with your style of work. And Shoba was the company that I joined, and I joined them at a time where it was, not so known. It was the phase where they were working on Shoba Heartland, the initial, what do you say, community. And then I transformed. I work with a couple other developers, and fast forward to now, I am with Mr. 8. So Mr. 8 is a developer from Europe, to be specific, Latvia.
Mhm.
And they, again, had the same problem that every other European had. And that is they were finding it very difficult to do business in Europe due to the difficulties and the challenges that they had to face. So they had 20 years of experience being contractors. So they were builders. They were building. They've done 16 projects. And they were really looking out to move their complete business to another country as a whole.
Mhm.
And after doing their feasibility studies, after doing all of their research, they came to a conclusion that Dubai was the ideal place
Yeah.
to start their operations. And initially, they came a couple of years ago and they started to buy plots.
They buy plots and
Yeah, they were just buying plots. They were really seeing how things work. They were just observing. So they started buying a lot of plots. They were just monitoring the system, understanding the procedures, understanding how the city functioned, understanding how other developers were doing business, the ethical things, the non-ethical things. And they came to a very good understanding that that it's time to start. They decided that, okay, you know what? It's time to start. And that's when they finally officially entered into the market and decided to come strong with projects in waterfront communities. So the location that they picked is Dubai Island.
Dubai Island.
Yeah.
Before Dubai Island was Dera Island, or?
Yeah, if you want to understand the
Yeah, please.
history of Dubai Island. So I lived very close to Dubai Island for almost 20 to 23 years of my life.
Mm.
It's a location called Al Ras. And if you know the old gold souk,
Hmm.
if you visited the old gold souk where there's a lot of golden jewelry,
Yeah.
that is the location. That's called Al Ras.
Ah.
So right next to that is where the Dubai Islands are being constructed. So in the 2000s, Dubai was very aggressive in their growth and real estate and expansion phase. And that's when they decided to have three islands. The three islands are Palm Jumeirah, Palm Jebel Ali, and Palm Dera. So that is how the initial plan was.
Palm Dera.
Yes, yes. So most people don't know about it.
No.
Most people forgot about it. And I think I remember everything very, very clearly. How I saw it from my perspective is Palm Jumeirah was the child.
Mhm.
Palm Jumeirah was a child. Palm Jebel Ali was the mother.
Mhm.
And Palm Dera was the father.
The father.
Yes. So in terms of size, we had Palm Jumeirah like that. Palm Jebel Ali much more larger. And Palm Dera was the largest. Was the biggest. It was bigger than Palm Jebel Ali.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was
I don't know
massive.
this.
Yeah. Palm Dera was massive. So I have clear visual memories of my childhood where me and my friends, we were biking and we used to go through the Corniche of Dubai Island. So basically where Dubai Island is now,
Mhm.
straight below there was a Corniche, just like the ones you have in Mamzar. It's like a walkway where people used to jog and run and bike.
Mhm.
So we used to bike, and there was a time in Dubai where I'm not sure if I have the visuals, but I feel very strongly I have a video recording of this. And this is a beautiful period where Dubai had massive waves, and these waves were coming from the side of Palm Dera. These waves, because there was no Palm Dera before, it was just open sea. These waves used to come, hit the breakwater, fly all the way and come onto the road.
Wow.
Yes. Yes. So just imagine this line here is the breakwater. The waves come and they hit the breakwater. This is the footpath. They go over the footpath onto the road that is over here. So sometimes when you drive past the road, you'll just have water just coming. Poof,
Amazing.
you know, like a water park.
Mhm.
That was the phase. And we used to bike hoping for a wave come crashing onto us because it was fun.
And
we used
clean
to
your
do that.
car.
Clean the not even our car because we were biking. We
yeah,
were
okay.
raw, you know, biking, drifting. So we were just, you know, going as a group of guys, a gang, you know, having fun. And we used to just wish a wave just comes. And sometimes, yes, the waves used to come. We used to slip. We used to crash. We used to fall. You know, there was a phase like that. And then the construction began.
Mhm.
So the initial construction was for Palm Jumeirah. Palm Jumeirah was almost done by 2004, 2005. Then they were really focusing on Palm Jebel Ali. And then after Palm Jebel Ali was almost done, came Palm Dera. So they started a little bit of the crescent of Palm Dera, which is known as Dubai Islands right now. So that's when the recession happened. And that's when construction stopped. And then came few years passed where Dubai came back to normal because the recession was unpredictable. It affected the whole world globally. But within the next 2 to 3 years, Dubai bounced back. Dubai was fine. Dubai was going up and up and up all the way till 2016. The market was going really high.
Grow.
Yeah, it was going really high until it stabilized. And then we had COVID. But during that phase, Palm Dera had a rebrand. And it was called Dera Islands. So what the government did was they understood the few flaws or imperfections that I could say within Palm Jumeirah, because you have stagnation of water between the leaves, between the crescent, causing a lot of moss formation, mold formation. smell formation. So this basically was a case study where everyone at the government developers understood and they wanted to improvise. They realized that we have one palm, we have Palm Jebel Ali as well. We don't need to do the same thing again.
Mm.
Why don't we do something else? And that's when the restructuring of the island came into play. And then it was transformed into a very different shape. And I am monitoring this on a daily basis because we are seeing the construction.
Mhm.
I used to see 24/7 where ships used to pump sand in. I used to see with my eyes, my own eyes,
Wow.
not even cameras. Right now, people see pictures of it. But if you go to Google and you type, pumping sand for building the islands, you can see pictures of massive tankers, tanker ships pumping sand, special sand, through a massive hose straight into the sea.
Into the sea.
Yes.
And from where is the sand? They bring it from another country or from?
In terms of technical knowledge about the sand, I am not sure.
Mhm.
But from what I understand, the desert sand cannot be used to create the island.
Ah.
It would be a mixture of large stones, small stones, and sand that allows the structure of the island to be unshakable.
Strong, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of engineering that goes into it.
Wow.
There is a lot of piling that goes deep into the seabeds. It's honestly a miraculous. It's a really miraculous achievement that they have done. But there's a lot of technology that's gone into it, and I'm strongly believing that the sand and the soil that is being used is possibly coming from a different geographical location,
Mm.
possibly within the UAE or possibly outside of UAE. But there is a lot of effort gone in. It's not just them putting sand
No.
in. No, it's not. It's not how it is. If it is just normal sand, it's just going to be like the sand castles that you see on the beach.
Yeah.
One shore or one wave, and then they're all taken away.
Mm.
So, yes.
And how many years they need to build the Dubai Island? What do you think?
From what I understand, the right number of years, I wouldn't know. But it's a plan that started at the same time. So Palm Jumeirah, Palm Jebel Ali, Palm Dera, they all started almost at the same time.
Mhm.
But each island was prioritized before the other island was completed.
Okay.
So Palm Jumeirah was completed, then Palm Jebel Ali is now completed, and then came Palm Dera. But because Palm Dera had a reformation, a restructure
Mhm.
shape, now it looks like a crab. I don't know what the actual shape is, but to me, it looks like a crab. It looks like a crab with a small claw and a big claw.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and it has this huge, massive gap where a lot of water comes in and out.
Mhm.
So the water flow is very smooth, and ahead you have the open sea.
Yeah.
Whereas on the other side of Dubai, you have the world islands. So a lot of flow of water is slightly disrupted. Whereas I personally feel the flow of water is much more open in Dubai Islands.
Mhm.
And now the rebrand is from Palm Dera, Dubai Island. So that is something very powerful because the word Dubai is special. It's the name of the city. If you look at all the islands we have in Dubai, let's look at Maritime City. It's called Maritime City.
Mhm.
Then we have Jumeirah Bay Island, Pearl Jumeirah. We have Palm Dera. We have Blue Waters.
Mhm.
We have Palm Jebel Ali. But this island is called Dubai Island.
That's special. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is different. It is special. And for those so there's a perspective that people have that, Dera is like Dera. Other sides of Dubai are the fancy sides. But what people don't understand is before even downtown, the real downtown of Dubai was Dera.
So the center of Dubai, let's say
Central,
it was
yeah.
Dera.
Why is Dubai Land Department in Dera?
Ah.
Because initially that was the downtown. We have the best companies in newer locations, and that location keeps shifting,
Mhm.
right? You have companies when downtown was the top-notch area for any established company to be there. They had opened their bases there. Then it became Business Bay. Then we had people moving to Dubai Hills now. A lot of companies are moving to Dubai Hills now.
Marina.
Yeah, we're also hearing Marina. Well, then we're also hearing that there'll be a shift of many companies going to Expo City. But before all of these cities and communities that was built, the real downtown of the past was Dera. Dera is very close to the hearts of every single local Emirati because that's where all the hustle and bustle took place. Majority of all the big families, they're all their bases were in Dera.
That's the reason data is so crowded, I think, because
Actually, the reason why Dera is crowded is because when old money, which is old Dubai, Dera Bar Dubai, this is to me considered as old money. This is where they worked really, really hard. This is where the real hustlers of Dubai were. They did something incredible, and that is build the coastline of Dubai. The first thing that ever happened was building the coastline. That's when people started to hear about Dubai, the word Dubai or Dubai in the news. It was the Sheikh Zayed Road. That was like, oh, crazy for people, a massive road with multiple lanes, fast tracks. It was not normal in the 2000s with tall skyscrapers on the right and on the left. This was something very new to people. This was the start. But how did all of this come into play? People who had companies and businesses in Dera and Bar Dubai who worked really hard, both the Emiratis as well as the expats. They worked really hard, and it's their money that first built the infrastructure of the city.
Amazing.
And then came the people, then came the tourists, then came the travelers, then came the businessmen, the traders. And that's when slowly, the transformation took place. So what I'm trying to say is, when new real estate was developed, people who were there in the past naturally the normal class naturally got excited and wanted to have a new home, a new community, and slowly started shifting. Very slowly. They all slowly started shifting. And then all the families moved away. And because the housing and the buildings in Dera are 30, 40, 50 years old, it slowly started to look unattractive. And because of this, the normal class or the middle class or the lower class slowly started to take up these housing because the rents were relatively lower compared to New Dubai.
Yeah.
And that is why people perceive that Dera as something that is not so attractive. But this is very wrong, because the businessmen who still run Dubai's show and Dubai's GDP are located in Old Dubai.
Yeah, you're right.
Most of the time when you have big financial transactions, most of the time you go to Dera to pick up your cash. So Dera is very cash rich. You have the gold industry, you have the textile industry, you have the food and food industry, wholesalers. Multiple people are based in Old Dubai, and they all have a very big problem, and that is they do not have modern housing next to their businesses. And that's why I'm a firm believer that very soon, when the handovers take place, a lot of these individuals living and own businesses in Old Dubai will shift their bases to Dubai Islands because they have money. They have money. Like I said, a very good example is I used to live in Al Ras for a long period of time. The people that I know are people who have properties everywhere in Dubai. But unfortunately, they're forced to live close to their offices. They live in Mirdif, they live in Mamzar, some of them live in Dera, some of them live in Bar Dubai, in apartments that are owned by the locals and the sheikhs, where the apartment sizes are much, much larger. 3 beds. The 3 bed in Old Dubai is equal to the 6 bed in New Dubai.
Amazing.
A 4 bed in Old Dubai is equal to an 8 bed in New Dubai. So they are living there not because of choice. It's just because of convenience.
Really?
Yeah, because think about it. If you have a business and it is located in Business Bay, and if you live in, let's say, a location that is far away, let's say Marina, it's going to be very difficult for you to
Annoying,
come
yeah.
from Marina, right?
Because
Yeah.
traffic
Yeah.
and moving.
Yeah. So you have to come to work every day.
Yeah.
You might have to move around. Any emergency issue, like you as the owner, if there's some problem, the first guy to respond is you.
Yeah.
Because it's your business.
Mhm.
Nobody else cares. To respond, time is money. So most people, they prefer staying closer to their businesses to save time, to save energy,
Hmm.
to save money,
Stress.
convenience. There's a lot of things. So all of these individuals, they have money. They will buy property at the appreciated value. So when we have investors investing in communities like Dubai Island, right now, they're getting below the market value, below the market threshold of the price per square feet. When the properties appreciate, who's going to come? The first responders will be the wealthy individuals who are right next to it, who know the island more than the investors themselves.
Yeah.
Because the investors just heard about it 2-3 years ago.
Mhm.
These guys have seen the construction. They know what it is. They know the whole history, right? They once convinced about how that community can really add value to them, they will slowly start buying. That's when the property prices will become very, very expensive.
Mhm.
So right now, it's still a fantastic time to move forward and start investing because the prices are picking up very fast.
What is a unique selling point in the Dubai Island? Because I hear about the harbor, about yachts, about nice beach areas.
Also, we have a mall there. Now we have seen in the
Really?
middle they're coming a mall. Maybe you can explaining them also from my side because I was working with Dubai Island. Also, they're coming like golf courses. Maybe from your side, it's very interesting because you have seen how does it growing up. What coming in the future? Because it's like completely different if I compare it with Palm Jumeirah or Palm Jebel Ali. It's like from my side, it's like very private islands,
Yeah.
and also they coming like a few bridges to downtown and so much things. Maybe you can speak about more about these points because it's like completely different concept, like the islands and palms that we have in Dubai.
Basically, an apple to apple comparison.
Hmm.
Dubai Island is an island. We have so many other islands. Let's compare them all together.
Mhm.
All right. Proximity, entry and exit. Dubai Island has 3 bridges to enter, 3 bridges to exit. Every bridge has a capacity of 16,000 vehicles per hour
Crazy.
as per RTA. There's a published video and tutorial about the bridges, 16,000 vehicles per hour, along with cycling tracks. This is going to be a big boost because every other island that we have as of now, except Palm Jebel Ali, has only 1 bridge,
One, yeah.
which means I could own a 40 million dirham villa on the Palm, right? And I'm going for an important meeting. If there is one accident that is major on that bridge, I'm stuck.
You lose time.
So what's the point of my 40 million dirham mansion? Right? Because I could possibly lose something even larger. I could be going for 100 million dirham deal. But that one accident and the fact that I'm stuck in an island because there's only 1 bridge is drastic because you don't know what the situation is. Maybe it's because I want to go to the hospital because a loved one is in the hospital. Maybe it's a business deal. But if I'm stuck on the road because there's only 1 bridge, that's a problem. Here we have 3 bridges. So easy entry, easy exit. The next thing is going to be the golf courses. We have 2 golf courses, but we also have so many golf courses in Dubai.
Yeah.
We have Emirates
Yeah.
Hills Golf Course, Dubai Hills, Damak Hills, Maidan. We have Creek.
Yeah.
There's so many golf courses. But do we have a golf course that is surrounded by water?
No.
Do we have a golf course in an island? We don't.
No.
So imagine you're coming from a country where there is not many water bodies. Do you have beaches in Germany?
Yes.
Okay. Is it accessible?
Not so much.
Not
It's
so Is it too
dependent
cold?
where.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So imagine you're coming from Germany or the UK where you have beaches, but then they are not so
No.
cozy, right? You are a golfer, all right? You're playing in one of these golf courses deep in the city. And then someone tells you, have you played in that golf course in Dubai Island? You're like, which golf course? And he tells you that, oh, there's a golf course which is surrounded by water and beaches. You'll be like, oh, that's interesting. Let's go check it out. Let's play in that golf course next time. Now, when you play in that golf course, you will really understand that it's completely different. You have the blue sky, you have the green golf course, you have the skyline, you have fresh breeze, a different atmosphere. Naturally, you'll fall in love.
Yeah.
Naturally, you'll fall in love. This will cause individuals who play golf, who have deep pockets, a lot of money, who falls in love with the community and starts to invest in that community. This is another reason for appreciation. So it really makes the USP of having a golf course very unique compared to the golf course that we have existing. The next thing is the mall that you mentioned. As per reports, the mall has 1,000 retail shops.
Wow, 1,000.
1,000 retail shops.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. If you look at all the other malls that we have, it is larger. And if you compare it with Dubai Mall has 1,333 retail shops.
Yes.
It's like
So it's almost
similar to
65-70% of Dubai Mall.
It's crazy.
So it's a massive mall. And it is going to bring a lot of traction because on the old side of Dubai, you have very few malls like Dera City Center, you have Century Mall, you have other small malls all around. But this mall is going to give you a big boost because it is going to turn into a small tourist destination.
Yeah.
And also it's very beneficial for everyone living in that community because they don't have to go anywhere. Every big brand will be there.
You can stay on the island.
You
Yeah.
can just be on the island. Let's talk about schools. When I was being born and raised here in Dubai, my observation is when Dubai wanted to construct a community, the first deal that they signed was with a school. I am a living example of it. One of the schools that I was going to was stationed far away deep in the city. Not in the city, deep in the desert, right? I could say 2000s, in the 2000s, in the early 2000s, when I was about to, finish my schooling. Al-Warqa. You might have heard of the location Al-Warqa. Al-Warqa is now a small family-friendly community, similar to JVC, similar to other communities like Arjan. Al-Warqa had nothing but sand. When I used to go to school, it used to be like, the movies. In the movies, you see the jailers being transported to another country or another city.
Just desert.
And just desert. And then, the bus is just going and everyone's just looking outside. That was me.
Really?
Right? It felt like we're prisoners going somewhere to move into another prison. But that's how we used to go to school. Because when I look onto my right from the window, sand. When I look onto my left, sand. When I look up, blue, no clouds. It's just blue and brown. That's it.
Like a movie, yeah.
It was just like a movie. So that's how we used to go to school. And multiple communities are now grown and established. Another example is Greens. The Greens, JVT, JVC. If you look at Silicon Oasis, many of these communities initially had no buildings, but schools. The schools caused people to move near those communities because for families, their kids are their everything and they look at convenience.
Yeah.
And this slowly built the community. So having a school in an island is very important because there is no island in Dubai with a school. At the same time, we also have a hospital next by. So there's a school and a hospital. What does that mean? You have healthcare within.
Yeah.
Any major issue, you have a hospital. No need for an ambulance to drive all the way from the city. You will have an ambulance stationed. Any emergency, it's very quick response. Not just that, you have great professionals living on that island because of the hospital. You will have doctors. You have highly specialized surgeons. You will have nurses, all living in that island, which means you have quality residences, which also in turn benefit the landlords that own property because you have quality tenants.
Yeah.
Now, petrol station. You're going to have a petrol station on the island, which is again something powerful because there is no island that I'm aware of that has a petrol station.
No.
Palm Jumeirah has a petrol station outside, right? And then comes the marinas. All the islands in Dubai have marinas. There's marinas in Dubai Island as well. Roughly 9 marinas, if I'm not wrong. And then lastly comes the beach. 20 plus kilometers
Oh,
of beach
it's amazing.
space, beach land.
Enough
So,
space, yeah.
yeah, so this increases the coastal land area, and that is the vision of the government. So if you look at close from Blue Waters all the way to Dubai Islands, the distance would be less than 30 kilometers.
Mhm.
And just within Dubai Islands, you have almost 20 something kilometers of beach. So that is huge. That's a lot of area for beach. And you're exposed to an open beach where the water is not really obstructed by any third party island. So when you put all of these things together and combine them, it's too powerful.
Yeah.
The island is too powerful. You got the bridges, you got the mall, you got the golf course, you got the school,
Hospitals.
hospital, petrol station,
Everything.
you got the marinas, beach, you got everything.
You need nothing more.
You don't need nothing more. And you got a good infrastructure. If you look at the roads of Dubai Island and compare it with the roads of any other island that is existing today, you will see Dubai Island roads much, much, much better and of a higher quality and standard. And this again is another important point because we have other islands, and I know you know what I'm talking. You know which
Yeah, of
islands I'm
course.
talking about.
Mm.
There are multiple islands where the infrastructure is very weird. There is no proper signals,
Yeah.
no proper right turns, left turns, U-turns. It's all a little bit complicated, and all of those problems have been solved by the visionaries of the government developers that represent the country.
Mhm. It's so amazing. It is a big opportunity for everyone.
It's like a small country if you're looking like
Yeah.
that. Huh? It's
Yes,
crazy.
yes.
It's so nice.
And the most important thing is we have the second bridge, which is going to connect straight to Sheikh Zayed Road, which is going to cut down the time to less than 10 minutes,
Wow.
which is powerful because most of the people who are living in downtown, the closest waterfront community to them is Dubai Island. People in DIFC, the financial district, majority of all the people living there, the closest waterfront community is Dubai Island.
Mm.
So it is very attractive for various communities because otherwise they have to go to Marina,
Yeah.
closer to certain parts of Jumeirah, Blue Waters. So Dubai Island is very close with the second bridge coming up. And this is going to cut down the time. And it's really going to make a big difference. And the best time to invest is today. It is not even today, it was yesterday. Right.
Yeah.
The prices are going up.
What is the price per square feet now? What do you think?
Price per square feet in Dubai Island right now for entry-level
Yeah, like
developers
this.
that are, not really known. They are they're starting from 2,500, but all the good developers that are known with a good track record, they are from 3,000 to 4,000 dirhams per square feet. And this price is increasing by 500 dirhams per square feet every couple of months. Not even 6 months. Every 3-4 months, the price is going up. So it is really moving fast. Now, if you look on Sheikh Zayed Road or any other road, you will see only ads of developers that are launching in Dubai Islands.
Mm.
So the more awareness that comes, the more people are educated about the opportunity.
Yeah.
And the more people are educated about the opportunity, the prices will keep going up and up and up because more people are interested. It's just like cryptocurrency or Bitcoin.
Yeah.
There was a time in 2012 when me and my friends we used to talk about Bitcoin, but I didn't know what it was and I didn't care.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't care. I really didn't care
Big
because
mistake. Yeah.
I didn't understand it. So there are many people who do not understand Dubai Islands right now. And they're like, okay, you know what? What's the worst that can happen? Okay, it's fine. I lose the opportunity. No worries. I'll buy later. I'll buy somewhere else. But the problem is the prices are going up everywhere. It's not just in Dubai Island. But in Dubai Island, the prices going up is at a faster rate. And that's where you can make quick appreciation. Yeah, I always say this to all my clients and all my partners. You want to make money. I want to make money. We want to make money. But it's not about making money. It's about making money fast.
Yeah. In the right place, the right
exactly.
time.
Okay. If I tell you that you will make 20 million euros, you'll be like, amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Of course, I
All
want
right.
it.
But if I tell you you will make 20 million euros in 40 years, you'll be like, okay, amazing. But then if I tell you that you're going to make 20 million euros in 8 years, now you will feel like, oh oh my God.
Yeah. This is better.
This is better, right? So it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
You can buy anywhere in Dubai, you will make money.
Mhm.
Do you want to invest more time and get the same result? Or do your study, do your feasibility study, do your research the right way and make that money faster?
Mhm.
And that is why sometimes the rich people stay rich, because they have the money to deploy, and then they do the research, and then they really deploy
Right.
their money.
And they have a good broker or a good
100%.
yeah.
And that is very important, having the right representative
Mhm.
to tell you that do this because of this reason. You will really understand why a certain decision for investment needs to be made. I still believe that every single industry has an expert. It could be real estate. It could be cleaning. It could be cutting vegetables in a restaurant.
Yeah.
There is always an expert for anything you do in life. And when you work with an expert, the results are different.
100%.
Yeah.
The results are always
And
different.
when you want to work with him or you have some question, you can write him. Under the video is his contact details. Just write us and we can talk about Data Island or Dubai Island, sorry. Yeah, thank you so much for the interview today. It was amazing.
You're most welcome.
Thank you so much. And
I hope it was insightful.
Of course.
And looking forward to visiting you guys again.
For me, it was like a movie, to be honest. It was amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Adrian
Amazing.
and Daniel.
Thank you.
Yeah. Please subscribe our channel, give us a like. And when you have some question, write it in the comment section. And I say, see you in the next podcast from the Real Estate Brothers. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.